I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just put them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
All right, everybody, allow me to please give you the safety reminder. Please stay seated at all times. Give your arms, hands, legs, everything you got inside the tram. And here is Director Peter Jackson once again.
We really put a lot of thought into the character and personality of him. He's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. You know, he is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce.
It's gonna give you guys 1 minute to tune in.
The most important feature of Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are representative of his personality. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island, so he's been beaten up, chewed up, spat out by these dinosaurs at various times, and he wears the scars of a lot of ancient memory.
I wanna know you get notified when I go live. You don't know. Kong Mopo? Yeah, correct. That's right.
You're losing crosstalk. Hold on, crosstalk. Everybody, hold on. No. Give yourselves a round of applause. You just survived King Kong 3D 360. I've got to confess to all of you that I never get tired watching you guys go through that animation. I mean, all natural actors, your expressions are fantastic, but it's your first time, your 500th time. It's awesome to see. And also, I think all of you are in shape because the lighter the load on this tram, the more you throw me right out of my chair up front. So I almost went right out the window in that first jolt. Wow. All right, so brought to you by Peter Jackson, obviously, and his team at Weta FX. They've won 7 Academy Awards.
I'm recording the ride
for
because I don't
Avatar,
want to film.
The Way of Water, a great talented group of special effects people. The screen 180 feet long, 40 feet tall. That's like having 5 regular-sized movie theater screens all in one row. And I know you're very smart on my tram, but I'll let you know anyway. We do not move forward 1 inch. We certainly move side to side quite a bit, but no forward movement in that experience. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you my first trivia question of the day. We're back in the metropolitan set area. And we're going to pass by a big brick wall here coming up on your left-hand side. Who can tell me how many bricks are in this big brick wall? Anybody tell me? Anybody know? Very good, very good. Car 1 and car 2, I saw 0. That's right, they're all fake. Plaster held together by chicken wire and actually painted to look like the color brick we need it to look like. We're passing by a large metal structure right there on the left-hand side. That is the back side of our biggest facade or false front. Serves 2 purposes. On this side, it's acting as a sound barrier because we don't want any noise from the theme park to interfere with anything filming on the other side in the metropolitan set area. Now you're going to see a beautiful mural that's coming up on your right in just a moment. It was done by the artist Tristan Eaton, all by spray paint. It's a tribute to our monsters. And here's a little behind the scenes look of how he put this together.
And an instrumental part of the process of designing these murals was getting to go to the Universal
No disrespect to Tristan, but I got to just tell you something really quick. See the tent right there with the tables and chairs on your left? That is one of my favorite spots on the lot. It doesn't look like much. That is the catering area for The Voice. And I'm telling you, they have the best smelling barbecue I have ever smelled in my life. They're the best caterer ever. So maybe next time you'll get to smell that. All right, beautiful mural on your right, tribute to our monsters. Very appropriate, because Monsters is really our brand at Universal. It really is. Started in 1931 with the movie Dracula, officially. And for those Voice fans on board, look at that. There's the Voice soundstage right on the left. That's fantastic. Soundstage 30. We have started production on season 26, and the judges are Snoop Dogg, Michael Bublé, Reba McEntire, and Gwen Stefani. There you go. On your left is this little body of water. We call it Hollywood Ocean. I remember it very clearly because this is where you went through the parting of the Red Sea in the old days. But it's also where the creature from the Black Lagoon first appeared almost 70 years ago. One of our first 3D movies. And there's the Gill Man. He's going to pop up here in the clip in a second. Oh yeah. So very appropriate that you've seen the Gill Man and the Monster Mural, because we're headed to Little Europe. Now, if you're from Europe and you're on the tram, I apologize because it looks nothing like Europe, but it's what we thought Europe looked like way back in 1929 when we built this area for a movie All Quiet on the Western Front. In 1930, that film earned us our first Academy Award for Best Picture. Universal has won 11 of those awards over the years, and most recently just for Oppenheimer last year. So, Little Europe, birthplace of all of our monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, all first appear in Little Europe. You all are too young to remember anything from the 1930s, but you might remember this area from a great TV show that starred Ted Danson and Kristen Bell, Welcome to the Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
If I have any fans of the Princess Diaries on board, Princess Diaries, a royal engagement. This was Genovia, and this is where the parade took place, right down the center of this street. All right, back to those monsters. A common theme in our monster movies was the angry mob going after the monster. I don't like the angry mob at all. I'm rooting for Frankenstein in this clip, played by the actor Boris Karloff, and you will see him bust out of an archway. And that archway is right here on your right-hand side, on the right-hand side of the courtyard, in our Court of Miracles. Here he comes. Movie history right there. And to be complete, oh, I love this lady. She's not very friendly. To be completely historically accurate, probably within 10 to 20 yards of that spot, but it was here in Little Europe. Things have been rebuilt over the years. But, car 4 and 3, you'll see it better in just a moment. We have a tram in front of us. So We're trying to make our way to Soundstage 50. That's what's coming up next. But we have a little traffic, so in the meantime, I'm going to play a clip about our monsters, and then I'm going to take a vote from all of you to see what we might want to see next. Thanks for your patience, you guys.
When we think of Universal, we think of monsters.
Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein,
The Mummy.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera. Classic films. They're just brilliantly made. That Frankenstein image, flathead, it's one of the great icons of the world. That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film. I was just mesmerized by these movies. Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me.
They still ring in our memories now, and we love them.
Review of all of our monsters here at Universal Studios. All right, so we are making our way to Soundstage 50. There is one tram ahead of us. Soundstage 50 was closed for almost a year, completely renovated. They're telling me it's a high-tech soundstage. There's a show filming inside, and the cast and crew is going to take a break, and we get to go in. For those of you who know the tour really well, you know what I just said was a bunch of balloons. All the business out of the way first. So I'm going to give you a safety reminder once more. You never know what's going to be going on inside of that soundstage. All right, thank you for that. All right, let's take a vote. Would you like to see comedy or bloopers? Comedy, bloopers. Bloopers always wins. There you go.
Let me tell you something, Paige.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead, they're rolling for it.
craft service. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, hopefully that's just a tremor. I'm not quite sure. Hold on. It's a boy. Yourself a round of applause. You can survive 15 steps. Here you are. All I can say is thank you for that was a paper clip. Considering they had a real one earlier. All right. Now that was 60,000 gallons of water that rushed towards you at the very end. All that water goes right underneath the tram into tanks and is recycled to the top of the soundstage in under 30 seconds. I mean, it's just amazing. A great example of a practical special effect. What you saw is what you got, right? No computer-generated images. The old-fashioned way of doing special effects. You know what? All that water inspired me to take all of you swimming. Do I have any swimming volunteers? Anybody want to go swimming? Here we go. All right. I'm going to take you to Amity, that little seaside beach resort in which a shark ate a couple people one summer. But they've caught the shark. That's what they're telling me. Right here on your left-hand side is a billboard from the movie Jaws, 1975. Says the beach is closed. Nah, we're going to go for it. Welcome to Amity. Amity means friendship, by the way. I just told that this morning. There's the shark right there. They've caught the shark. And I also have a very good friend. His name is George. He's a diver. He's out there in the water right now, making sure that it's absolutely safe to go. All right, not looking so good for George right now. If you see him, help me out. Tell him to get out of the water as soon as possible. There he is, right there. George, dude, you've got about 5 seconds. Oh my gosh. All right, well, Tony's a great driver. He'll keep us safe on this dock, I'm pretty sure. Shark are fantastic, but it's your first time, if I'm another time, take a look behind you. The only time you'll ever see a shark doing the backstroke. Yes, that is the oldest joke on the story, but I thought I'd share that with you. On a more chill note, the little cottages around the water was once Cabot Cove in the television show Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury, so part of our television history. All right, so we are headed to an area that we call Old Mexico. And here is the co-anchor of the Today Show, and it's very fine weatherman, Mr. Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968.
Check out Snake's Army. If he's good, don't block him.
Welcome to the only part of the back lot with a 100% chance of winning. The Flash Flood.
Thank you, Mr. Upton. Welcome to Old Mexico. You've seen this area in lots of movies. Three Amigos, starring Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, Martin Short, Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black. For the rain, very simple. A couple garden hoses we break running straight up to the sky, and right to a simple sprinkler system, a nice gentle rain is falling. Hey, you know what? I forgot to tell all of you something. I apologize. If you're in a blue suit, you're going to get wet. Guess what? We're all in blue seats. That's awesome. All right, if Lady Gaga can survive this standing in the middle of that street while filming her music video, Judas, we can too. Have fun. I was just... All right, congratulations, you just survived flash flood. Here's what it looked like in Big Fat Liars, starring Paul Giamatti.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that.
Hey, what up, my boy? Every community watch.
Welcome back. All right, welcome everybody to 6 Points.
Usually I get a lot of people in here, but I'm having fun right now, everyone.
On the back lot.
Little
Take a
vacation.
look at your monitors. Some of the classic westerns that were filmed right here on this street. Got to use your imagination a little bit when we lay dirt down on the pavement.
I know what you guys like to see when I go outside.
All the set dressings, the background actors, and the stars. It really does look like a wild, wild west. We're passing by a very nice set here on our left-hand side, the one with a big log porch in front of it. That's where you saw Leonardo DiCaprio having a conversation with a young actress in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Cover community watch. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. I'll tell you a quick secret about this street. On one side of the street, the doorways are a little shorter than the other. If an actor is short in real life and they need to play the hero or menacing villain, and no names, that would be really rude. Tom Cruise. No, sorry. No disrespect, sir. They'll put them in the shorter doorway. It makes them look larger than they really are, and it's called perspective, a very old trick we still use today in Hollywood. All right, we're about at the halfway mark of the tour. Thank you for staying seated. Appreciate that. If you do have an emergency, please pull that red cord. I'll be back to assist you once it is safe to do so. All right, we are moving on, and we are headed to the area where we film a lot of our neighborhood shots, more exterior shots. I think that's where we're going, right? Yeah, there we go. It's fun to go to the old route. It's been so different for 3 months, so we're on the regular route again. Fun. I forgot how we get there. Just kidding. All right, so we're on the backside of our western set area, but also very historic. So it doesn't always have to be a western we film here. This is where Steven Spielberg chose to film a scene in The Color Purple, where Whoopi Goldberg, when she gets her dress shop, and that was filmed right here on your left-hand side. And then the next facade that's coming up at the Feed and Board Building, also on your right, is the oldest original structure on the lot. It's right here coming up and dates back to the 1920s. But behind those doors is a very modern IT room that is controlling and sending signals and communicating with our NBC Universal satellite trucks. So you would never know that by looking at the outside of that set. All right, here we go. We're going on up to the Chicken Ranch. Oh, I'm gonna put, you know what? I forgot something. This is all new because we're doing the old tour again. But I want to tell you this. If it wasn't for the Jaws attraction, we would not have 7 theme parks around the world today. It's because that's how it all started. So here's Steven Spielberg. He's going to tell you a little bit of how they put it all together.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate
I appreciate
what
you
the movie
guys.
had done to
Vincent
audiences
Nunez,
in a real
Calgary
way
Community
by building a
Watch,
physical shark that would
Snakes
come out of the
Army,
water and
Wild
terrify
Chase
tourists
Adventure.
as they were sitting in the tram.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. Very good. All right. Welcome to Colonial Street. We haven't been down Colonial Street in a couple months. This is fantastic. This is where you do all of our neighborhood shots. You've seen this in so many movies and television shows. You wouldn't believe it. I always like to say, welcome to the Wayborhood. This is where all the Wayfair commercials are filmed. So here you go. On your monitor, a couple examples of things that have been filmed right here on Colonial Street. Now, why do we film here instead of a real neighborhood? Well, it's very easy.
You never
Because
been
we
here
have
to
total
Universal
control on the
Studios,
street.
Calgary
We can change
Community Watch?
the color of the house. We can change the street signs. We can change the numbers on the house. We can even change the seasons. For fall, we just spread out leaves in front.
Next place I'm gonna go is
For
Disneyland, everyone.
winter, it's fake snow. For spring, they actually will sew on silk
Stay
leaves
tuned.
and flowers to some of the trees and bushes. It's that simple. So as we turn the corner and head our way out of Colonial Street, I'll point out some of our favorite houses here. All right, you might recognize them. If you saw the movie Candy Cane Lane, just came out last holiday season.
You're always
Eddie
watching
Murphy.
my videos.
Their home
Calgary
was
Community
this
Watch.
nice
What do you think
brown
about them?
Craftsman style house right here on your left. It's also the house for Ace Hardware. All their commercials filmed right there. Ted's house from the TV series Ted, not this blue house, but this blue house right here on your left. On the other side of the street, Debbie's house from Never Have I Ever, great series on Netflix. The original Munsters house from the 1960s TV series, right next to that. And one of the oldest, the Victorian-style cream-colored house that is from the movie Harvey, starring Jimmy Stewart. So a lot of history right here. All right, we're going to turn on to Steven Spielberg Drive. And he did 2 interviews for us for the 60th anniversary, and then tells you how he started his whole career here at Universal.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days, there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. It was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom.
There's nothing on the other
Everybody
side.
wanted to get back
There's
on
just
the
trees.
bus. I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left, and then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were made on film lots. Today they're made all over the world, on locations, but most of it was focused in those days, in the 60s, on the film lots. So nobody noticed me when I was going around from soundstage to soundstage.
I'll check you out,
And I
Calgary
really felt
Community
in my
Watch.
own
But thank you
young
for watching
way,
my channel.
I owned the lot
Appreciate it.
and had the most amazing day of my life.
Thank you, Mr. Spielberg. Very kind of him to do those 2 interviews for us for our 60th anniversary. Now we're going to go a different way again. We were stopping, and you all had the opportunity to get off the tram, but no more of that. We're going the traditional way today. And they are still taking things down, from the 60th anniversary tour, but this is cool. We've got a picture car. I love this one. This is Dom's black Dodge Charger coming up on your right-hand side. Left-hand side. That is cool. See, I know they're going to add more cars. That's great. They've done a really great job taking a lot of this stuff down very quickly. They're preparing for Halloween Horror Nights because you'll be able to walk right through this area at night, and the theme is the Blumhouse films. It's going to be really scary. All right, we're just seeing how the best way to go here because there's a lot of construction ahead of us. All right, I think we're going to see the Bates Motel coming up on your left-hand side. We'll see about that. I'm not sure what the construction is looking like. Here we go.
Me too, I do public
The
filming.
Bates Motel from the classic film Psycho.
But in all my videos, people don't get it though. Everyone.
There we go, and up on the hill, there it is. A little covered, but this Psycho house, and Mother's in the second floor bedroom window, still rocking in her chair.
Snazzy's Naz.
That is the cream-colored Ford that Janet Leigh drove to the motel. And unfortunately, at the end, she ends up in the trunk. That is scary. Now, straight ahead, we have our own version of the Hollywood sign, and we had to get permission from the Chamber of Commerce of Hollywood to even put that up. Our letters are only 10 feet tall. The real sign, they are 40 feet tall, and it's celebrating their 100th anniversary of the Hollywood sign being in the Hollywood Hills. It's pretty cool. Now, all the construction and stuff, all the activity going on, this is all for Halloween Horror Nights, but there it is. Oh, wow. We seem to have a guest at the house, and that looks like...
I'm not gonna say, but I deal with
oh my gosh,
Karens
so
all the
scary.
time. I had one
Hi,
yesterday.
Norman. Yeah.
It's very scary.
Ooh. So nice to see you again.
20,000 views so far. That's good.
Awesome. There it is. Epic hardcore. There you go. All right, from wind chilling scene to another welcome to the airplane crash site set from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steve.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something we don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. Listen, now, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Got them closed? Robbie, get in. Get in.
Now, that is a real 747 you were looking at. Purchased for $60,000 for the
You got
production.
20,000 views in all your
$200,000.
watch hours, or
To the back line. Hello.
how's it called? Community watch?
They're making the magic happen for Halloween Horror Nights. Those guys out there. There you go. Take a little break. All right, we're headed up to a great set from Jupiter. From Jordan Peele's film Nope. It's Jupiter's
Or in
Claim.
one video, you got
And here's the
20,000
director
views.
to bring it there.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, the nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Oh, it's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the UFO hotspot. Welcome to the world of no.
Guess where this is at?
Tony, I'm getting a little scared. I think all of us should get out. Get out. Or we could peel on out of here. Oh no, I tried. Okay, there you go. All right. Well, our next adventure together, it's time for all of you to show me your acting ability. We're going to do 2 scenes together. Welcome to Fast and Furious Supercharged. You will need your 3D glasses, not for the first scene, for the second one. I'll let you know when. One of you on board is an undercover witness. The rest of us are protecting your identity.
So I'm gonna have to turn off the live, everyone. I'll catch you next time. And thank you for joining me here, and check out today's video on YouTube. I'm out, everyone. Love you guys. I'm out.
Thank you. Now, I am hearing a little dance music. I think our first scene involves some dancing. Are you guys ready to party a little bit? Okay, that was 2 people. Let's try that.